My fellow coders, welcome back to ThinkInCode, and today we are making a student report card. As you can see here, you can start with the number of students, let's say 3 students, and the first is John, and he scored 60 for maths, a 70 for science, and a 50 for English. And then we are going to enter a detail for student number 2. So it will be Amy. She scored 70 for maths, a 90 for science, and a 95 for English. And finally, we have Raphael. And we got the report card for all 3 students named John. John scored 60 for maths, science 70, and English 50, total marks 180. The average marks is 60.0 and a grade is B. He got a B grade. So let's get started with building this. So let's start with defining our main function, main, and let's write a pass here for now, and then let's make sure it runs if name equals to main. We are just saying if main function exists in this file, then run the main function. So let's start with taking the students. We are going to take a lot of students, multiple students. So we are going to make a list of students. And in those list of students, we are going to add our dictionary. So num, we're going to ask, enter the number of students. How many students do you have? Now next, we are going to use a loop using range. For I in range of number of students, we'll run print enter details for students, and then we are going to do I plus 1, and we're going to convert this into a f string. Now next we are going to do student equals to create underscore student, and then we're going to make a new function called def create student, and inside here what we are going to do is write a dictionary called student equals to dictionary, and then we're going to take a name as the input, enter student name, then we are going to add that into our dictionary saying name, the key name should equal to name, and let's put the n as small, and then we are going to list subjects. Subjects will be predefined. We are going to do maths, only 3 for now, science, maths, science, and English. So this will be the 3 subject, and for marks we're going to do this, or dictionary, and we're going to create a loop. For each subject we need to insert a marks, so that is why we are going to create a new dictionary called marks and then loop through it and add the value. For subject, in subjects, what we're going to do is score. This will be given by the teacher. So int input enter a score for subject, and then we're going to do marks subject equals to score. So in the current subject, add the score given by the teacher. So next we're going to do student marks equals to marks. This will add this dictionary inside the student dictionary. It is a nested dictionary. Then we are going to return student, and when we do return student and we get a student here, we have to put it inside students. So we are going to do students dot append student, and then we are going to display the student's result, display students report. So let's do def display student reports, and for this we are going to do for student in students, we are going to do a new function called display student, and then we're going to pass a student here. We are going to take students here for this students. So let's pass the list students. Let's add the student, def display student, and we're going to get a student here, and then let's see how we can display the student. Print, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do report card. Now we are going to print the name before anything, name, student name, and for each subject in student marks dot items, don't forget the dot items. That's a very important thing. People usually do forget that when using dictionaries. So next what we are going to do is print subject score, and this will be subject comma score. So this is just key and value, but we wrote it in a different way, subject and score. And then we are going to do total equals to calculate total, and we're going to do student marks, and we're going to make another function. We have a lot of function. Yes, calculate grade score, right? not actually grade score, we are going to do total. And this time we are getting not a score, but we are getting our dictionary. So we need to think of it that way. So what we can do here is simply marks, and then we can return a sum of marks dot values. Now, before we go on here, we also need to get the average. So that's why diff calculate average marks. And what we're going to do here is take input as total and subjects. And then what we can do is simple return total divided by number of subjects. And finally, we also need to get a grade. So what we can do is def get grade equals to we need our average first. Then if AVZ is greater than 90, or let's say 80, return A, Elif return B, Elif return C, and else return fail. And for C, what we're going to do is 40, and for B, we're going to do 60. So that way it's more unifiedly divided. Now, going back to print student, now we are here. Let's get the average. Average equals to calculate average. And then after that, we are going to do grade. Grade equals to get grade average. And then we are going to print total marks, total average marks, grade. This way we can get a single student's report card from here. Then we can print them one by one there. So let's run this and see if it runs as I showed in the beginning of the video. Number of student 1, enter student name, Jean Doe, then score, let's say he got 30, 60, and he was very good at English, so we got an error. So we got total divided by student marks. We got an error there. What we are going to do here is not student marks, the error is len. So why did the error happen is we divided the total with a dictionary, as you can see, or unsupported operand types for division, int and dictionary. We divided the total as int with a dictionary number of subject we passed here without the len, and len will return a length of this marks. So let's run it again. Let's see, 1 zondo, let's say 50, 60, and 90. As you can see, we got the report card. Zondo 50, 60, 90, 200, total marks and average is 66.66667, and we got a B grade. So that is it for today, and in the next video we are going to talk about set and set operations. Stay tuned for that, and if you haven't yet, access the playlist in the screen, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. It's going to help me out a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Happy coding, keep coding. Bye bye.